Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Thursday, January 31st. Hope you're holding strong. Man, do I have positive and bullish news to share with you guys. It's a lot. We got a boatload of news today, guys. Stay tuned to the end of the video. It's all good stuff. It is massive news. And of course, before I go further, this is not financial or investment advice. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button. Also, thumbs up, guys. Now, the Bitcoin ETF is back in play. The VanEck SolidX Bitcoin ETF has been resubmitted, guys. We got news directly from the folks at VanEck. We have a digital strategist / director at VanEck, Gabor Gurbax. He tweeted today, the VanEck SolidX Bitcoin ETF proposed rule change has been submitted by the CBOE. Hard work by all teams involved, and he shared a link to a public document showing the form, the submission to the Securities and Exchange Commission. It is dated, it looks like it's dated as of yesterday, January 30th, guys. So big move here. And I'm not going to go through the entire document here. This is all online. You guys can check it out. But remember we just heard the withdrawal, right? And the head of the CBOE, or the CEO at the the CEO at VanEck was on CNBC saying, hey, we withdrew it because of the government shutdown. The government is currently back open, so they resubmitted. The other reason why I think they refiled so fast, guys, is because of what we talked about. If you recall with this video right here, this video right here, where I did the video about Bitcoin ETF battle, talking about the CBOE VanEck SolidX versus the new NYSE Arca Bitwise ETF. So the NYSE Arca Bitwise ETF was submitted just recently, the same day the government reopened. So no one wants to be left behind here, and it looks like the competition's heating up. And we talked about the Winklevoss twins, who will be leveraging Nasdaq technology to submit their own ETF again. Remember, previously they got rejected. So guys, it's back in play. This is great news. As I've stated, if one of these gets approved, it is certainly could be as catalyst for the bull market to start again, guys, for the bull run, because it will then open up a flood of money, big money, and that may not want to touch crypto directly, but can do it through the ETF. And I think it will show the government's warming up, at least in the United States, to crypto, guys. So big news. Now, one of the other reasons why I think they resubmitted so fast is because of Warren Davidson, Darren Soto, Tom Emmer, and these bullish politicians who've been submitting the crypto bills, right? The Token Taxonomy Act, I believe the Virtual Currency Act, and so forth, to Congress yesterday. And here it's official on Congress's website, to promote United States competitiveness in the evolving global virtual currency market. And it is dated January 30th. So this was submitted yesterday. So that's why I don't think this is happened just out of the blue. These folks know what's happening. So maybe they're putting it in early, because if the Congress gets some of these things passed, it will certainly be great for the ETF and the rest of the market, guys. And like I said, the co-sponsors on this includes, they have their names here, right? Darren Soto, the Democrat, he's one of the sponsors. Co-sponsors: Ted Budd, Republican; Warren Davidson, Republican; Tom Emmer, Republican. So we have bipartisan support here, guys. This is a great sign. Once again, this is all online. So watch what the big money's doing. Watch what the government's doing. Everything is pointing to the growth of this new asset class. So great time to be in crypto. I know the prices are low, but remember what we always talk about: market cycles and how early we are. Now, we also got news from Fidelity. They actually just posted this earlier today, I should say this afternoon around 4 p.m. They said the post is an update on our work. So we just heard from Fidelity also recently through Bloomberg saying, hey, we're going to be launching our product in March. So here's what they had to say. in this article. Since our initial announcement in October, we have continued to build the technical and operational capabilities needed for securing, trading, and supporting digital assets with exacting oversight required by institutional investors. We are currently servicing a select set of eligible clients as we continue to build our initial solutions. We've established a robust set of technical and operational standards at a level that institutions have come to expect from Fidelity. Our initial clients are an important part of our final testing and process refinement periods, which will eventually enable us to provide these services to a broader set of eligible institutions. It's been a challenging and rewarding time here, from critical decisions on our product direction to an intensive work of our development teams. Our operations, risk, and compliance teams are actively working with auditors to refine our policies and procedures and so forth and so forth. Let's see here. I'm just trying to make sure I call out the important items. This work truly fascinates and inspires us each at Fidelity Digital Assets. We realize Bitcoin is not the first form of digital cash, but we recognize the transformative potential it has created. So Fidelity is moving ahead. They're getting their stuff set up, going through the trial and testing and building out. They're working with some clients, a select group, and which makes sense. You want to do a lot of testing before you go live. You don't want to launch and things break. But guys, progress, and this is big update from Fidelity. Remember, this is not some joke company. This is not a startup. This is a Wall Street giant. They manage trillions of dollars in assets. So imagine them funneling some of that money to crypto and getting their clients to use their services, guys. Now, we also have big news from Binance. Rest in peace, Coinbase. Binance enables debit and credit card payments. So we know Binance has been moving towards fiat pairing and doing as much as they can on that front. That's why they moved to Malta. Well, they have added support here, guys. And obviously, this is huge news being reported across the board. Now, it's only for a select number of cryptocurrencies. So at launch, the exchange is supporting credit card purchase for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP. These can be traded against up to 151 other tokens offered by the exchange. So they will be using Israel-based payments processing firm Simplex to enable purchases with Visa and MasterCard credit cards. Very, very big. And here's a quote from the CEO. The crypto industry is still in its early stages and most of the world's money is still in fiat. So they're building the on-ramps, guys. And what we've always talked about on this channel is the last bull run, there was so much roadblocks and friction. People didn't have much avenues to buy crypto directly with fiat. They had to buy Bitcoin, which was slow as hell. The fees were high, and then they had to transfer Bitcoin and then use that to buy, right? So a tedious and annoying process. Now the on-ramps, the fiat on-ramps and credit card on-ramps are being built, guys. So this is great for the next bull run. And obviously, this is going to take a lot of business away from Coinbase because they have the major cryptos here: Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Litecoin. Coinbase has still failed to add XRP. So good luck to them. Let's see what happens to them. But this is certainly probably has them scrambling on their end. And as I've stated in the past, they'll probably be forced to list XRP because they will lose revenue and market share. So, guys, huge, big news here. I mean, like I said, today, massive news. Now, we got some massive news on the XRP front. We've been talking about R3 and Swift and SBI over the past few days. Well, shout out to XRP Research Center who really consolidated a lot of the content here. But SBI Group released one of their quarterly financial reports, and this is from them. Let's see, released today. It's third quarter financial 2018 fiscal year 2018 financial results. So obviously they usually release the PDF. We've covered these before. We know SBI is heavily invested in Ripple and R3. The CEO is super bullish on XRP, and I'm going to show you guys a video or at least a tweet to the video where he's talking about XRP surpassing Bitcoin. guys, big things are ahead. I'm about facts. I'm about utility and use cases. And let's go through it here. So let me make sure I show you the PDF. So here's the PDF. Obviously, a lot to go through. So that's why I'm showing you XRP Research Center's consolidated version of calling out the items that are respective to XRP. So it says here, security, SBI has been dedicating special attention and resources to develop enterprise-grade security applications for the adoption of blockchain and crypto. Here's a group breakdown, and they go through all the respective things they're doing. Now, here's a big thing, MoneyTap. If you guys know about the app that was released last year, it appears it will definitely be using XRP. So MoneyTap, a local Japanese real-time gross settlement system built with X-Current technology, which is expected to be adopted by 61 banks, contemplating the addition of FX remittance function and the use of XRP. Now, remember Ripple updated X-Current to version 4.0, which has seamless integration with XRapid, which leverages XRP. All these things are coming together. So, in this slides here, this one here, they said through MoneyTap, the provision of an environment that allows connected banks users safety remotely and comfortably remit money between individuals. Here's a bullet point. In order to improve convenience, contemplating the addition of FX Forex remittance function and the use of XRP at the time of implementation with an inspection from various angles, including legal maintenance, etc. Big things are ahead. And this is not, once again, some joke. This is not some startup. This is a massive, giant banking financial institution in Japan, part of that 61 bank consortium. So all you haters out there who are, against XRP or whatever, it has the superior technology. It is getting real world adoption and utility. And it's going to happen whether you like it or not, because guess what? The banks control Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these now. They have bought up a ton of it while the weak hands were getting out. And a lot of you guys who are Bitcoin maximalists are hypocrites, because you don't realize the double-edged sword. You can't call for institutional money and then not understand that banks are part of that institutional money. This is common sense. This is business. So I'm about the facts, guys. Now, R3 Ripple, SBI will dedicate full-scale efforts towards increasing financial services using US Quarter and XRP. We heard from R3, Quarter Settler will be using XRP. Interested in the use of XRP with Quarter Settler, SBI says R3 Ripple solution will become the global standard for international money transfers and trade finance. It's coming, guys. It is coming. It's all here in the presentation. This is an official statement from this bank. So this is not something being made up. This is not speculation. This is straight from the horse's mouth. So full-scale efforts towards increasing financial services using R3's Quarter and XRP use cases. Huge things are ahead for XRP. Now, they gave an update on SBI virtual currencies. It says it maintains its plans to launch full exchange services, including leverage trading features in March 2019. So that's SBI's exchange. You can buy Bitcoin, you can buy Ethereum. It is powered by XRP. Let's see. In a separate communication, SBI Virtual Currencies announced that its platform began to support crypto withdrawals as of today. So that's still being rolled out because they're doing testing and all of that stuff. And man, it's all coming together here for Ripple, and obviously specifically XRP. SBI S-Coin. This is interesting. SBI announces that it wants to support the utilization of Quarter Settler, and XRP within the S-Coin platform, which is a platform for the issuance of original settlement coins. The S-Coin platform commercialization is scheduled to begin in 2019. Once again, you know what? I'm going to put a link to this presentation in the description of the video so you guys can go take a look at it yourselves. Even the haters, go look at the facts. This is on SBI's website, official presentation here, official document. It is facts, and that's what we're interested in here, because we're looking to make money. We're not here to over speculate or overhype. We're also not looking to have crypto religious feelings. We're about business. We're about making money and all that. This technology is going to change the world. I know some people want to use the technology to destroy governments and banks. I'm not about that. I'm about the technology being used to improve our lives and improve commerce and business, guys. So there you have it. And this is being reported by major news outlets and so forth. So it's all coming together. Now, that video I was talking about of Mr. Yoshitaka Kitao. Now, this video is translated. I'm not going to play the whole thing. You know what? I'll put this in the description too, so you guys can go look at it. Shout out to the user Dylan. And the video is from today, where they translate Mr. Kitao's statements, but he's dropping bombs on Swift, future of XRP, and more. Merge R3 and Ripple and make sure XRP is practically used, as we just saw there, and we're seeing the integration. He said Swift has run out of options. Swift has given up, and they can do what they can do internally. We have a global standard. If you use Quarter's settler with XRP embedded in it, so that's good for Ripple, for Quarter R3, it's win-win. And we at SBI are the largest shareholders of both. Boom. It's coming. Man, if you don't see this, this is not some random crypto. Like, for example, this is not, and I'm not putting down people in crypto. This is not Justin Sun. This is not even Brad Garlinghouse himself, right? Because you can say that if these people are part of the company, right, that means it's in their interest to say the most positive things ever. And this guy is invested, but at the same time, his reputation's on the line. He was not in crypto before. He is part of a huge financial institution. So I'm going to take his word versus some random Joe Schmo in crypto, right? So I hope you guys get that. And he says, my dream is to have this adopted as a regional currency in Osaka by 2025. Man, this is so big. This is, wow, a mind blowing, guys. It's all coming together. I hope some of you haters, that you're waking up to facts now. Use logic, use reason, use facts. And you don't miss the boat on this, because you will be kicking yourself once XRP takes off. I've been on record saying XRP will be number one once all the banks and all these folks are on there using the platforms, using it to move money, talking about trillions of dollars, guys, and it will be number one. If you don't see what's being built out here for XRP, then I don't know what to say. So there you have it, guys. I will put a link to this in the description as well. Now, we also had a new Ripple drop video today. So like I said, a lot. David Schwartz lays out some facts for the Bitcoin and Ethereum maximalists. Now, don't get me wrong. I hold Bitcoin. I hold Ethereum. I believe they have a purpose. But as I've stated, XRP has a superior technology. And I'm bullish on Ethereum. Don't get me wrong. I believe Ethereum has a huge place in the market. It will be one of the winners. So I'm going to try to play this because I want you to listen to the facts that David Schwartz speaks about.
Hey, I'm Reinhard Kate, and welcome to episode 9 of the Ripple Drop. We've got David Schwartz on to talk about the XRP ledger. Co-founder and CEO of Instagram, Prajeet Nanu, is going to talk about RippleNet. And last but not least, Jim Chauncey Kelly is going to give us the lowdown on all the open positions Ripple has around the world. Stay tuned for the drop. David, as one of the original architects of the XRP ledger, what are the biggest changes that you've seen in the last year?
Oh, it would definitely have to be the increase in decentralization, becoming more decentralized than either Bitcoin or Ethereum. So the network now is operationally decentralized in a way that those other cryptocurrencies just aren't.
David, how does Bitcoin or Ethereum differ from XRP?
The biggest difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum and the XRP ledger is proof of work versus consensus. Bitcoin and Ethereum use proof of work, which hasn't delivered on its promise of decentralization the way consensus has. They also have much higher latency. So a Bitcoin transaction, you're looking at between 10 minutes to an hour to become confident that the transaction will succeed, versus on the order of 5 seconds with the XRP ledger.
My man David Schwartz dropping facts, and he did a blog post talking about the decentralization of the XRP ledger being more decentralized than Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I know there's a lot of haters who are going to say, well, no, but then the fact is the mining pool is being controlled by China. What are you going to do about that, right? It's being controlled by China. And XRP has continued to build to have more validators globally through universities and all these folks to who will be the validators and controlling some of the nodes here, where Ripple has less control. I think it's less than 20% or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, but it's certainly less than 50% for sure. But there you have it, guys. And I think David's probably coming out doing this because there's been a lot of FUD around XRP. As Ripple continues to make progress, and like all the news we have here, expect another round of FUD to probably come next week or something. I don't know. Somebody's going to come up with something. At one point, they're saying it's too fast to be worth anything. The stuff they come up with is mind-boggling. But anyway, moving ahead. So Nasdaq reveals 7 crypto exchanges are using its market monitoring tech. We had talked about DX Exchange, right? If you guys saw my interview with the CEO of DX Exchange. Also, I had just mentioned recently about the Winklevoss twins using the Nasdaq tech to help improve their Bitcoin ETF approval chances. Well, there's more, and this is a great sign. Let's see here. I want to make sure I call out so the world's second largest stock exchange, Nasdaq, has revealed 7 crypto exchanges are already using its market monitoring technology. Just 2 of these 7 collaborations have to date been publicized. The Winklevoss Gemini Exchange and VC Trade, run by who? Financial services giant SBI Holdings. SBI working with Ripple, R3, looking to push XRP as the global standard. So I'm not going to go too much in this because we know about this. I'm surprised they didn't mention DX Exchange. Maybe they're, I don't know, maybe it's one of those things that the writer missed, because DX Exchange clearly said that they are leveraging NASDAQ technology. That's been made public many times, even from the CEO when I interviewed him. So, but this is great. This is the integration into the mainstream, the normal market process, and so forth. And crypto exchanges are going to become more advanced, and this is a lot of what's going to help this market to grow and become fully legitimized. So big news here. Speaking of stock exchanges, Germany's number 2 stock exchange launches mobile app for crypto trading. Boris Stuttgart, you guys know about the Bison app. We've been waiting to hear when this would go live. It is officially live. They said after a year in development, the firm announced today. The Bison app is now available on iOS 9 and Android 4.4 plus devices in Germany. So obviously just in Germany, they're probably going to expand later on, and will allow users to trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP and fund their accounts with euros. Fiat pairing, guys. Man, so much news today. I don't know, something must be coming up, because it's not, I don't believe in coincidences in this market. There's a lot of things that happen that is certainly coordinated, and these people, these rich people and all these folks that move in certain circles, they are in touch with each other. Now, the NYDFS grants BIT license to 3rd Bitcoin ATM operator. It's great to see New York is handing out these BIT licenses, because it is annoying, but being one of the financial capitals of the world, guys, with Wall Street, they have these BIT licenses, and now we're seeing more and more companies are getting approved. So Cottonwood Vending LLC was granted one of the virtual currency licenses Thursday in New York. So this is a great sign. And I think, what was the other one we were talking about the other day? I forgot the name of it, but look, it's all positive. So these folks are getting their stuff in order here. And let's see who else gets a BIT license, guys. Now, and I'm moving through this fast to save some time. I don't want to make the video too long. But Blockchain Capital leads $1.7 million round of crypto for crypto compliance startup. We're seeing mergers, acquisitions, fundings, just big things are happening, guys. Venture capital firm Blockchain Capital has led a $1.7 million seed round for a San Francisco-based crypto startup, TRM Labs. I've never heard of them. Announcing the news on Thursday, TRM said after participating investors included Tapas Capital, Green D Ventures, and MBA Fund. Founded in 2017, TRM is a regulatory technology startup that aims to streamline compliance in the crypto industry. The seed funding will go towards scaling its engineering team and further developing its token relationship management platform. Big things happening. Here's a quote from the CEO. "We believe that cryptocurrency is going to be democratizing force a democratizing force in the world that lets anyone exchange value and access financial services. But to get there, we need to make it easier for everyone to be compliant. So, like I said, moving this market to fully regulated, fully compliant, and position it the same way the stock markets are, where money's coming in and out globally. Obviously, mass marketing behind it. The governments have given them approval and all that good stuff. Now, Winklevoss twins continue to make a lot of investments and things here. Winklevoss twins, Panthera Capital, get behind a business that's capitalizing on a new trend sweeping crypto hedge funds. So big names in the crypto world are getting behind a firm that's capitalizing on a new trend sweeping the Bitcoin hedge fund world, staking. So Staked, that's the name of the company. A company led by Tim Ogilvy offers services that allow hedge funds and institutions to earn extra yield on certain types of digital assets that run proof-of-stake networks. In such networks, investors can stake their coins in order to receive a payout when block rewards are given out by the network. Stake essentially handles all the dirty work that goes into staking, including maintaining multiple servers. So, guys, I think many of you know about the staking concept with proof of stake coins, where you can earn gas and different rewards and so forth. So this is a great sign. They're looking to make this a legitimate business or way to earn in the crypto market. So thumbs up for that. I'm definitely behind that. So, I would love to start. I haven't personally looked into it much, but I probably should. I'm probably missing out on some money, honestly. But it looks like they're going to try to make this, like I said, fully legitimized here. And you got some big backing. Now, a new test network just activated, and Ethereum 2.0 will be using it. So I know Ethereum has had its scaling issues, but it's getting a lot of adoption. Just like in my video with the co-founder and president of Securitize, Jamie Finn, he mentioned they're issuing token securities on the Ethereum network. So a lot of big things are ahead for Ethereum, and that's why I believe it will be one of the winners coming out of the market. So a highly anticipated upgrade to Ethereum is gearing up for its first dry run, and the test network of choice will be an unfamiliar name to many. Launched today, the Goerli blockchain will be proving ground for Prism, software created by Prismatic Labs that will feature the first 3 phases of deployment of the upgrade, often referred to as Ethereum 2.0 or Serenity. As such, Goerli represents a small step on the long road to solving Ethereum's well-known scaling challenges. So I'm not going to go in further, but things are being worked on to help Ethereum scale, and I believe they will work through it. There's so many legitimate projects. I'm not talking about these random scam ICOs. I'm talking about legitimate things like Blockchain LLC will be using Ethereum to power that new futuristic city. We know even DX Exchange will be launching digital stocks. They're already doing it, actually. They were on the Ethereum network, guys. So it is getting real adoption and usage. So I'm holding on to my Ethereum. Not financial or investment advice, but that's just me. Now, finally, I want to end it with here. Cryptocurrency market officially in the longest bear snooze in history. We have been in the longest, as of today, longest bear market. So let's see how it plays out. Obviously, past performance is not an indication of future performance, right? But at least we've crossed that barrier where it's like, okay, we could have potentially already hit the bottom. Some people are saying we could go lower, but who knows? With all these major news and things being worked on, guys, we could have already hit the bottom. But like I said, it's just an educated guess. I'm not saying we have. I'm just speculating a little bit here, making an educated guess. But guys, what do you think about this news? I know it's a lot. I hope you stay to the end because it's all bullish, positive news. And I'm so happy I'm here in this market, even though the prices are low, because the future is so bright, the infrastructure being built out. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Please share this video if you found it helpful. Thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. Thank you for your support, and I will talk to you all later.